Hello, Unai. Good afternoon to you. I just wonder how you reflect upon your time at Arsenal. Do you have regrets from it not working out? You've been so successful that basically we couldn't quite understand why it didn't work out. Were you disappointed that you perhaps didn't get more time to make things work at Arsenal? It seemed a very quick ending.
Una etapa cerrada.
Well, it's behind me now. It's a closed time for me now. But all I can remember, all I have for Arsenal is I have to be grateful for them. It meant a lot at my time as a manager. I just remember the good stuff. It allowed me to grow, gave me a lot of experience. And well, I can use that experience in other teams like Villarreal, for example. I do my work. My work is based on my experience. Of course, my experience is based in Arsenal, PSG, and Seville. I always look for the best with a lot of humility and my ambition as a coach. And I'm really satisfied with Villarreal and very grateful to Villarreal for giving me the chance to allow me to give what I've given all the teams that I've managed, like I did with Arsenal. I'll try and do the same with Villarreal. And tomorrow we're facing Arsenal. And in every team that I've managed or played, I always keep a piece of my heart for all the teams I've played with or managed. One of them, of course, is Arsenal. But right now, my heart is Villarreal yellow, and I'm 100% with Villarreal. Sam Dean.
Hi, Unai. Good to see you again. Mikel Arteta today spoke about a phone call that you gave him before he took the job at Arsenal. Can you explain how that came about and what you said to Mikel at that time? Thank you.
Bueno, fue una conversación privada.
Well, it was a private conversation. It's okay if it's public, the fact that there was a phone call between him and me. Well, yes, we spoke a little bit about what I lived in Arsenal in a positive way as an experience. And I just told him about what I've lived through, as two working colleagues. Of course, Arteta, I knew him before. He's from Donosti, just like me. So we were practically neighbors. So I have a lot of admiration for him as a footballer. And the admiration I have for him now as a manager, as a coach, working with Guardiola, working with Arsenal. So from them, since I left Arsenal, I like to see what our new coaches that come to teams I've been with bring, to bring what they bring to footballers you have worked with, etc. So I usually watch Arsenal games, from a perspective or from a positive perspective. And about Arteta, it's more or less the same. I just wanted to tell him about my experience there, what I lived when I was there, what I thought that could be positive for him as well. Maybe I told him one thing or two about things that could be improved in a very natural, footballistic and personal way. And all I feel for him is admiration. Roger Clark.
Hello, Unai. Good to see you. Can I ask you, when you look at Arsenal now and you see their position in the league where they are now and that it's not an easy job there that Mikel Arteta's got, do you feel almost vindicated that at the time people thought the results weren't good enough under you, but what we're seeing now is that it's actually a very, very difficult job and perhaps your treatment was a bit harsh and the criticism was a bit harsh?
La Premier es una competición muy difícil.
The Premier League is a very difficult competition. There is a lot of, a lot of important players, a lot of important teams there. And Arsenal process is a natural thing. There are several circumstances that has to overcome. I had to work coming after Arsene Wenger. You know, we were competing there and almost in the Champions League positions that we lost in the end. So we lost the Europa League against Chelsea. The next year, we didn't start too well. And I think Arteta should build on these improvements that I tried to work on and that couldn't continue. But this is a process that needs a little bit of time in order to execute a game plan and finally find the results. So I am convinced that we need to let managers work. We need to have patience. I know it's very difficult, but I know that at Arsenal, we need to be patient. We needed to be patient, and we need to be patient. We need to let the manager work. We need to trust Arteta. We need to trust the manager, and it's a process whereby Arsenal will not find the natural place, the place that they deserve, and they should be fighting over Champions League spots. It's a question of patience, of confidence, and patience takes time. And I can see a club and a team that with time, with Arteta, they will make it. Matt Dunn.
Hi, nice to see you again, Unai. When, as just mentioned there, when you left Arsenal, they were in a slightly higher position than you are now, and you've done very well at Villarreal. There's a joke in life that when you split with a partner, it's always nice to meet them again when you're doing a little bit better for yourself and they're not doing quite so well. I just wondered if that's ever happened to you, and does it feel the same?
Sinceramente, no. Todos tenemos.
Honestly, we'll have our pride. We'll have our internal ego, if you like. But maybe with my experience, you know, I've been in Paris before Arsenal, Seville, Valencia. I've been emotionally managing the good moments and the not so good moments. The position of a manager, and of course the bigger responsibilities they have. Knowing how to live with the criticism, knowing how to live with top level executive management, etc., decisions, and you need to process all that in a very natural way, and I managed to do that. So from my time at Arsenal, I feel satisfied about many things and grateful as well. And now at Villarreal, I insist, knowing about my past, it's a closed time. It's something that is in the past. I'm telling you what I feel now, what I felt back then. But right now, I'm really, really grateful to my new position at Villarreal, the opportunity that this club gives me, so I can feel proud and to be able to respond to that to that trust they put in me with my own high top level demands that equal the demands of this club. So playing Arsenal now, we see two teams that are very different, but at the same time, it makes us feel proud that to be able to play and to compete against Arsenal in this round in order to take one extra step.
Xavi Robert, ¿nos escuchás?
Xavi Robert.
No nos está escuchando, pero bueno, seguimos con el turno de preguntas. Paul Brown.
Paul Brown.
Hi, Unai. I just wondered why you decided to reach out to Mikel Arteta. You haven't really explained why you decided to do that. And from watching Arsenal since, do you think he learned from the advice that you gave him? What have you seen from Arteta that makes you think he might have learned from what you told him?
Bueno, fue una persona.
Well, it was a person, it was a common friend that interceded. He was okay to speak to me, had nothing against it, and still it was good for me too, because I had to leave my home in London, and maybe the house would be interesting for him, you know. So it was maybe interesting to see the house, you know. So apart from my job at Arsenal, and apart from talking about football, I suggested to take over my house. So I think finally it was a player that kept it in the end. But anyway, this all came about via a common friend. You know, he spoke to me, he spoke to him. The conversation was as a result of that, and that's why we spoke. But when you're able to manage your emotions, and based on your experience and your knowledge, you know how to be on top, you know how to be up, you know how to be down, and to be able to assimilate situations, professional situations that you may live through, like my exit from Arsenal. You do it naturally, like two people. We didn't have the chance to meet before because he played as a footballer, he played at a much higher level than I did. But I'm older than him, so I had more experience than him as a coach. So it all converged into this semi-final, but that conversation didn't go beyond anything else, you know. So it was not that important. Laura Abad, last question. Hi, Laura. Hi, Unai. Arteta confirmed in his press conference that Aubameyang, Lacazette, and Tierney are in contention for tomorrow. There are three important players for Arsenal, and that could be quite dangerous for Villarreal. Does it alter your game plan in any aspect? You know, this is last minute, really, a couple of hours ago. Well, not exactly. I said it before. We expect the best version of Arsenal and their best players on the pitch. So from then onwards, you know, if they don't play in the first 11, they will come off the bench, etc. So we try and get ready. We try and get our team ready in order to face the best version of our opponent, both at an individual and at a collective level. So we'll try and see how we execute our game plan. So we always think about the best. It doesn't alter the way we work at all, the analysis or our analysis at all. Thank you very much, Unai. Thank you all. Thank you.